What's up, everyone? BreakNight Hangout. Hope everyone's doing great. Didn't mean to hit the live button, but whatever. See if anyone joins. No advertisement. Yo, what's going on, my man? How's it going? Did you get anything good? I saw you were gonna rip some what was it, blaster boxes? I'm exhausted. It's been a long week, moving, traveling. Still have more stuff to move, a couple more trips. About 3 hours each way, 6 hours of travel. What's going on, guys? Hit the like button if you can. Helps me out. Yeah, so sorry about the inconsistent streaming over the last couple weeks. Between moving, just getting certain things in order. It's been tough. It's been really tough. Been exhausted. Yeah, I've been active in chats and all the other stuff, but it takes a lot to do streams, do breaks, do all of that. So hopefully all goes according to plan, and Saturday we can have our break night, which is scheduled for next Saturday. Well, it's not a break night, it's a break early evening. So we'll be doing that football break, and hopefully that basketball break also fills. It's a value break. It's $45 a spot. Really not too terrible. If it doesn't fill, I can always repurpose the product. I have other stuff that I can mix with it. I wanted to give people an option between a cost-effective break, and they're both cost-effective, but more of a budget break and a semi-budget break, right? I guess that's my comparison between the two. And that'll be simulcast on Drip. Let me get the link and everything for you guys. You got a couple burrows. Awesome. That's the link for the break. Again, so you could go about it a couple different ways. You can buy spots off of Drip, which would be awesome. If you don't want to sign up for Drip for whatever reason, and you just want a spot in my break, I have other payment methods where you can direct pay me, and I can remove spots from Drip's website. So let me know. Either way, it's good. And also, if you spend over, I think it's $30 or more, and you're a first time user of Drip, you'll save 15. So, who's in RGL's breaks? I am not in RGL's breaks tonight. But how are you doing, Mr. Hot Take James? And I restarted my computer before the stream, and my second monitor decided to. There we go. Now it's working. My second monitor was not linked. But how are you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a bit. Erico, how are you doing? Erico, by the way, my post office is terrible. What's up, Diggs? On Twitch. Love to see it. Love to see the people on Twitch viewing. It's great. Yeah, we have RGL breaking tonight. Huge bounty on the line. What's up, Duru? How's it going? Erico, the post office is holding up that HAL for some reason. I'll keep you informed. Nothing that you did. It's just this post office over here. They're horrible. Pretty awful. All right, let's take a look here. Let me get a better angle here. There we go. Got RGL. This is an awesome break right here. 8 hobby boxes, essentially. That would be one to get into, for sure. I might get into it. We got some baseball. So, tremendous opportunity tonight for someone with the bounty. Lots of nice cards. I'm a fan of the 2022 draft class. I'm one of the few people that are. You have a lot of quarterbacks actually coming up in that class. I mean, Malik's probably playing a year earlier than he should play, but at least he is playing. Mariota's been playing so well. I don't think Witters is going to play this year. Pickett's come out the gate really not strong. Sure, I'm missing a couple other quarterbacks here, but obviously the quarterbacks generally carry the hobby in terms of sales and all of that. So right now, we're kind of searching for that one hobby hero. What's up, D Money? Is college football setting up Tennessee to fail and let Bama in by letting them be number 1 before the Georgia game? I don't know. I think Tennessee, they're a good team, but obviously they're not as good as Georgia, as we could tell today. But they were playing in Georgia. Maybe it was different if they were playing in Tennessee. But, I mean, the Georgia defense dominated the offensive line of the Volunteers. What's up, Grindstone? How you doing? So Crown Jewel, kind of a mixed bag. The main event was phenomenal. Sasha. Bianca and Bailey was a great match. The Usos are always tremendous, but I mean, Logan Paul, what a star making performance. The build, the storytelling, everything. What a tremendous showing by Logan Paul. I said a couple weeks on my wrestling show, The Weekly Verdict, I think Logan Paul's going to win the Royal Rumble. I still think he's going to win the Rumble. He may not headline WrestleMania. I think he's going to put that WrestleMania shot on the line against someone. But I think he's going to win the Rumble. That will draw more eyeballs to the product. That's what WWE wants. That's too predictable. I think we're going to go outside the box. Go back. What I'll do, are you in Discord? I will find the episode, the Logan Paul, and I had the whole storyline laid out. But yeah, that's my take on Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel's kind of taken away from War Games, the build for that pay-per-view or premium live event. The voting committee is not going to put TCU in over Bama, even if TCU is undefeated, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and then, Michigan plays Ohio State. What else? We got a slate of NFL games tomorrow. Do we really think the Eagles are that good? Do we think the Eagles are a Super Bowl team? I'm still not a believer. Just if you check the tracking, it says still moving through the network. At one time, it said out for delivery, so it might be just a delay in the delivery. I don't know. It's weird. And that was on the 3rd. Today is obviously the 5th, so I don't know. James, I understand that. But they're not gonna. The committee has never liked TCU. I highly doubt they make the playoff. I'd be shocked. The Colts win tomorrow. The Colts play New England in New England. They're going to lose. They're going to lose, buddy. Sorry. Just like the Jets are going to lose to Buffalo. I'm looking at the slate of games. What is an upset? What would be considered an upset tomorrow? I don't think Green Bay is going to beat Detroit. I think Green Bay is going to lose to Detroit. What's up, James? How you doing? I mean, head to head, I guess, but it was such a close game. I think most of the time, if they played each other 100 times, I think Alabama beats them 70% of the time, at least. Who is Bama playing tonight? Cincinnati, Carolina. That could be an upset game. Cincinnati didn't look all that great the other week. They play LSU. Bama will win. Bama will win. Bama will win. What'd you guys think about the trades? The trade deadline? Miami's really going for it, aren't they? What's up, Justin? Trading a first-round pick for Bradley Chubb. That was a good move. The Bills got Nyheim Hines. The Bears traded for Chase Claypool. Ravens got Roquan Smith. What other trades happened? Forget. Off the top of my head, I don't remember all of them. Sure, I'm missing some. The Dolphins are all in. The Dolphins see their window as being this year. Just like the Niners believe with getting McCaffrey. Did you hear the rumor today that Brady wants to keep playing? I said Claypool. That Brady wants to keep playing, and possibly next year is the year he ends up with the 49ers. Did anyone hear about that? Very interesting. What do we think? Do we think Brady's going to play another year now that he's divorced? He's great against the run, though, too. Sometimes sometimes sacks don't say it all. He better go to the Colts. No, the problem with the Colts is that they sign or trade for quarterbacks on the down slope of their careers, or quarterbacks that are also old. They just need to get a good young quarterback there that they can develop. I don't think Ellinger is that guy. If he was, he wouldn't have been a 7th-round pick. Granted, Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick, but he was like 1 in a million that hit it. Bowles is a terrible coach. I agree with you. The Jets, 2015, 2016, whatever they had, Fitzmagic with Decker and Marshall, that offense was clicking. And we still missed the playoffs. Record offense. The guy that's a defensive coach, we gave up so many pass coverage debacle of plays. You wanted Rodgers. I'm gonna be honest. I think at this point, Rodgers is he's only in it for the money. He's only in it for the money now. It's a shame, but he got paid the most money by the Packers. Stayed with the Packers. Yeah, Hawkinson to the Vikings. Yeah, that was a good trade. Hawkinson. It's a good trade. Lions trading within their division, too. I'm going to test the crown. I don't even want to talk about that. Derek Carr to the Colts next year. I mean, with the track record of the Colts, probably. Like, that's another Band-Aid. The first thing the Colts need to do is they need to get rid of Ballard and Frank Reich. I'm over the whole freaking kaboom thing. I really am. People in chat last night, really, it's annoying. It's just annoying. And then you have people that are late to the party, and they assume they're the first person to bring it up when the stream's already been going on for 4 hours. Oh, did you hear about the kabooms with the serial number? What's up, Games to Games? I don't know what you mean, Hardwood. You got to ask T-Dog. T-Dog and Games to Games are the leaders. I have nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with it. Yeah, but as a Miami fan, Carlos, how do you feel about your team? Do you like the direction? And really, without Tua, that team doesn't play all that well. And it's not like Teddy Bridgewater is horrible, but it just seems like the receivers try harder. Yes, the Dolphins. Eric, yeah, basically, essentially what it is people just want to be acknowledged in chat, which is fine. But the way that they state things is like they're the only person in chat. It's crazy. Without Allen, the Bills aren't the same. Or Mahomes and KC. play action dig route. Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is the Dolphins are 100% predicated on their offense. At least the Bills and some other teams in the AFC that have good defenses, like New England, even the Jets to a certain extent, they could win games just by their defense. I don't know if Miami, even with the Bradley Chubb acquisition, is able to do that if Tua was to go down again. We're missing half the defense. A lot of teams are missing players, though. A lot of teams are missing players. Georgia dominated today. They did. Speaking of college football, we got Florida State and Miami kicking off here in a few minutes. Always an interesting game, even when the two schools are lighting the world on fire. I mean, Florida State's 5-3. Definitely better than what they were last year. Miami thought they would be better with Cristobal, but he's not that great either. White beard. I will. I'm always free on Saturday. Bills were too cheap to trade for Hunt. Well, a lot of teams were too cheap to trade for Hunt. I mean, the Jets traded for James Robinson, who has been hurt most of the year. And guess what? He's hurt again. He's on the injury report. I'd rather have traded for Kareem Hunt. Or Hines. It's a great motivator, but a terrible coach. Bills need Kareem Hunt for those bad weather games. It's crazy to think the Colts traded Hines, and Jonathan Taylor hasn't exactly lit the world on fire this year either. Hines is good, but he's more of the pass catching back. Makes no difference. What did your PSA card get? My PSA card? Whose PSA card? You talking about my PSA? My Juan Soto got a PSA 9. Which I thought it would have been a 10, to be honest with you. And it sucks that PSA doesn't tell you why it gets any grade that it gets. So secretive. I mean, they have a barcode there. All they have to do is put 2 lines saying, slightly off-centered. Transparency from a grading company would be fantastic. Games, I'm just gonna sell it as a PSA 9 because number one, there's none higher than it. It's a pop of I think 3, and there's only been PSA 9s. It's really not worth me cracking it open and trying for a 10. I mean, none's been sold as a 10. And because it's the off season in baseball, it's probably not worth me going through all. I'd rather just sell it and get the 400, 500 bucks I'm going to get for it. Probably more. That K that Hitman ripped the other day, how much is that card worth? The person that received the card got the card in the break. I believe it's on eBay for 50K or best offer. I would expect that card to sell between 20 and 30. Most likely. I mean, it would at least clear 20. I don't know. The market's weird. You don't know how. One day Cade is great. The other day Jalen Green is great, and then Scotty Barnes has a triple double last night. Then his cards go all the way back up. The market changes day to day now based on a player's real-time performance. It's created such volatility, it's hard to keep up with. That's why if you saw, Scotty Barnes' card sell for 800 bucks, then he has a bad week or two and it sells for 500. Just because he had a bad week or two, I mean, someone obviously got a deal at 500 bucks, but that card should sell for 800. 32K, I'm going to guess. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to clear 20. You got to remember, Select isn't Prism. How much did the Prism go for? The Prism Black 1 of 1. I think that Prism Black 1 of 1 Cade went for over $100,000. You let him know. You're the one doing it. He didn't grade that. No. I mean, why would you want to grade it? I mean, it's a 1 of 1. Let me see. Cade Cunningham, 1 of 1, Select. Yeah, it's not on eBay yet, but apparently Hitman said he wanted 50 grand or best offer. Manipulating the sport. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the stock market now with trading cards. You have a player perform poorly and it affects their cards. Especially the younger guys. Of course, like a Brady, his cards are going to sell for a high premium regardless. A LeBron, those guys, the legends of the sports. But when you're talking these young players like LaMelo and Cade and Scotty Barnes and Ant-Man, there's a new hobby darling every week. Ja Morant, especially in basketball. I have Mockmania's buying a Scotty Barnes off of me. It's so hard to give anyone a price on anything these days. It's really hard. Do you want me to tell him, Mockmania? Yeah, submit your report card. Yeah, submit your report card, Games to Games. Yeah, I think about it. It's literally how the player performs is how their cards are performing now. Yeah, yeah. That's why, and I held on to it. So no problem, dude. I'm always here to help. Always here to help. Games to Games thinks we're joking. I need to see his report card. But what Hardwood, you're a very intelligent, astute individual. Don't you kind of agree with me about the players' on-field, on-court performance affecting their cards almost daily now? Not even on a week-to-week basis, especially in sports like basketball and baseball, even football. All three of those sports, actually. It's hard to get a gauge on the value of a card nowadays. Between that and obviously prices are going down on wax. Yeah, it's very much like the stock market, and like if you're gonna invest safely, you invest safely, low risk in players like Brady, LeBron, the legends of the game, vintage like a Jordan. But if you're trying to gamble and take a risk, you're gonna invest obviously in a Cade, a Scotty Barnes, um, Trevor Lawrence and Burrow and Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Curry. Yeah, Matt, it's hard for me just to name everyone off the top of my head. I'm on like no sleep. I would say there is a lot of undervalued um, players for sure. Who do you think's a player that should get more hobby love? I think defensive players in football should get a hell of a lot more hobby love than they get. Especially someone like a Micah Parsons, a Nick Bosa. You got Sauce Gardner lighting it up. Like, why are their cards so undervalued? And that's just been a stigma with defensive players in the hobby for a while. What's up, Trev? How you doing? No, kids still collect, but I think so. I was at Chili's a week and a half ago, sitting down. I had a gift card. It's like, now let me use it. There was a young kid, probably 11, 12 years old. He was with his grandmother. His grandmother asked him, "Little Timmy, what would you like for your birthday?" Um, you know, sipping on my beverage. I almost spit my beverage out. Do you know what little Timmy said to his grandmother? Do you, Come on, if someone can guess this in chat, I will send them a mega box of Optic. This is what anyone want to take a shot? Well, it's card, but it's an individual card he asked his grandmother for. Can I show Trev's comment again? Wilson Contreras? No. He wanted a Josh Allen Prism Blue BGS 9.5 that was priced at $5,000 or something like that from the local shop. And this is how he spun it to his grandmother. Mind you, this kid's 11 or 12. Young kid. He says, his grandmother's like, wait, $5,000? He says, yes. But he goes, Grandma, what I can do is, if you buy me that card, I can turn around and I could sell that card for $8,000 after the season. And I swear to God, I was almost floored. I was like, man, what a sharp kid. Eyes on the prize. Flipping. 11, 12 years old. I couldn't believe it. I mean, she didn't say much after. It was grandma. You know, grandmas are different. You can ask for, well, at least I could. With my grandparents, I would ask for outrageous things. I used to have like a video game list. You know, those yellow mead pads, those pads. I used to have a list like 30 games long of video games that I wanted. So, and I would get like 10 of those games. Grandma was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. Especially how he spun it. But Grandma, I can sell it and make $8,000 after the season. I'm like, dude, you're like 11 or 12. How are you going to even sell the card? But at least he knew a good player to invest in. I mean, Josh Allen's a pretty safe investment right now. Unless he goes out there and tears his ACL. But, all right, guys. I'm sure RGL has started. Thank you for joining me. I'll do another one of these tomorrow. Next week will be hit or miss. Join me for my break night on Saturday. Well, it's a break evening before RGL. There'll be 1 or 2 breaks done. If you want to buy in, let me know. If you don't want to join Drip, you can direct pay me. What's up, DP? And we'll get you all sorted out. Thank you. Good night. Good luck. I'll see you in the breaks. Good night.